Hey y'all, I just want to give you a little update before I roll the Nord's Bakery video. Got my faithful pooch here, Goldie, helping me recover. Most of y'all know by now I was in an accident a couple weeks ago, spent 9 days in Baptist East Hospital. Just want to kind of give y'all an update before I roll the Nord's Bakery video. And by the way, the Nord's video was shot almost 2 weeks ago, the day before my accident. Anyway, I'm home now, starting to recover. I've still got some procedures. I still got to do shoulder surgery, things like that. But I'm home and things are on the upswing. And just want to thank all you all that reached out after the accident. I've had tons of people, subscribers, followers reaching out to me. And that reminds me, if you want to help me and keep supporting these restaurants, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and go ahead and keep watching my old videos. I don't know how long it's going to be before I can do new content, but just stay tuned. I'll do what I can do. And without further ado, here's the Nord's Bakery review.
Y'all know nothing about this. You need to pay attention. Sit back and relax. It's time for Goodall's Country Kitchen.
All right, we're down here in the Schnitzelburg area of Louisville, and actually in the neighborhood of St. Joseph. The neighborhood takes its name after the old St. Joseph's Infirmary, which operated on the corner of Preston and Eastern Parkway from 1926 until 1980, at which time it shut down and then moved over to Poplar Level Road in what is now known as Audubon Hospital. But anyway, I want to thank everybody. Went over 500,000 views last week. I appreciate all the followers out there and viewers. And if you want to help support these mom and pop restaurants, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell. Get all the latest content. All right, we're here at Nord's Bakery. It's always been on my list, but I pushed it up on the list because a couple weeks ago I did a review at Jeff's Donuts, and I had a lot of people that reached out and commented and said that the best donuts in Louisville were at Nord's. I also had a lot of people commenting about Plains and Heitzman's. I refer to Heitzman's, Plains, and Nord's as the big three because they're the last three neighborhood bakeries that are still family owned and have operated continuously for 80, 100, 130 years. Nord's actually purchased their bakery from the Klein family, which had been operating since before World War II. The Nord's took it over a few years ago and have carried on the same tradition, same process as August Klein and his wife did for all these decades before. Their main signature item nowadays is the maple bacon Long John, which hopefully they'll still have some of those left. It's after 10 o'clock. I don't know, the shelves might be kind of bare in there, but we're gonna go in and see what else they have. And I think I've just about covered everything. If not, I'll remember it and get it in a later segment. All right, let's go on. Let's look at all the selection here. We got a dozen and a kuka to go. I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. What you see there is busy as can be.
Okay.
All right, there's a ton of people here. We hit this place perfect. We got in line before it got real crowded. Gonna eat my donuts and stuff here in just a second, but I want to show you around the place. They got a cute little dining room here. But when you come in the front door, you just go up to the counter and you order all your donuts there. Over here and get your drinks. So I'm gonna get me a couple of cold milks. I think I hope he wants water. All right. Time to dig in, girls. man, just to show you how it's old timey here. They even have the old school Coca-Cola bottles here. Mackenzie, what'd you start with?
A glazed donut.
Just a regular glazed, and what'd you think? I didn't even have time to get the camera on
It's really
before
good.
she got into it.
I like it.
Okay, and Mary, she's starting off with a blueberry donut. What'd you think of yours?
It's delicious.
And Hopi, I know you got one of those. What was it called?
It's like that.
Was it a Holland cream?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It's good.
Here, turn around where I can see the inside of it. Has it got filling in there? Cream filling inside? It looks good and rich. I think that's what I'm going to start off with on mine. Be right back. So I'm going to start off with their signature donut, the maple bacon. I guess it's got a maple icing with bacon on it. Long John. It feels really light. That is so good. I never thought that I'd like a donut with bacon on it. But this is unbelievable. And by the way, back up a little bit there. I saw several people that were ordering donuts and kukas, and they were like on their way out of town, getting on a flight, and on their way to the airport, they were stopping here and getting all their Nord's bakery goods to take on the plane with them. Now, if that isn't a statement, I don't know what else is. All right. They're also known for their cinnamon twist, which I want to try that. Look at there. Look, you can just like peel off a piece right there. Very light. Look at that. I don't know how they do that, but that's kind of fancy looking. Very good. Taste that good cinnamon with that fluffy pastry. It's great. Now I'm going to try the Holland cream. Man, that looks good. What really pleasantly surprises me about all their donuts is that they're so light. Which is the opposite of Jeff's donuts that I reviewed a couple weeks ago. Jeff's donuts were so heavy that you can only eat one. That's what I like about Nord's is you can eat like 3 or 4, get to taste all the different varieties they have. All right, I'll be back in just a minute, and we'll try the next kind. Mary got one of her choice donuts. What was it called?
The French fry.
It was called the French fry. I wonder why they call it a French fry. I know it doesn't taste like French fries. What does it taste like to you?
Like a donut.
A donut with a glazed icing. It's basically like looks like a fancy glazed Long John. Kind of hold up and show me the end that you bit off of. See what that looks like there. Okay, yeah, that looks good and fluffy. All right, be right back. I'm gonna try me another. So I've still got a lot of other ones to try out here. This is the custard-filled chocolate donut. Look at there, see that custard? All that good custardy goodness. So rich, but light at the same time. All right, now I'm going to try just the old school chocolate glaze. Okay, I mean, every donut lover, no matter what bakery you go to, donut shop, you always got to try the good old chocolate glaze. Look at all the aeration in there. That's why it's so light and fluffy. Because when their dough rises, they let it rise to where it's good and fluffy. All right. So one more thing I want to show you here. We got it to go. I'm not going to eat it here. I don't know. I might do a little clip when we get home and insert it. But we got what's called a kuka. If I can open this thing. we got the cinnamon kuka. That's a German influenced, like a pastry pie. I don't know how exactly you want to term it, but when I told you before, the big three bakeries, Heitzmann's, Plains, Nord's, those are the ones that have the German influence that serve the kukas. It's actually spelled Kuchen, like Kuchen, something like that, but it's pronounced kuka. Anyway, we're going to get into this when we get home. The cinnamon kuka. All right. Be back in just a little minute with the closing thoughts.
You haven't tried the cinnamon twist yet in your video?
All right. As I said, I'm probably going to do another clip and insert it. I want to show you this cinnamon kuka and actually eat some of it. But I didn't want to dig into it before Melissa got to see it. I wanted her to see what it looked like before I ravage it. All right. So, Melissa, would you consider a kuka to be a pie? How would you classify it?
I don't know, delicious.
Cake, a pie? Yeah, that's a good description. Okay. There you go. Cinnamon.
It's more like a coffee cake, this one.
Yeah, this one's a cake, I would say. I agree. All right. So it's got the cinnamon encrusted on top and the cake underneath. And then a layer of powdered sugar on top. Definitely need a drink of milk. All right. Also, if you're interested in a little more of the history of the St. Joseph's Infirmary, I got a closing clip I'm going to put at the end of the video if you want to stick around and watch that. And I'm going to show a clip of the grotto. It's a little garden and a place where the Sisters of Charity of Nazareth could go in solitude and pray. It's a really cool, secluded grotto and garden that's been preserved. It was actually opened up the year after the hospital opened in 1927. So you might want to stick around and see that. And now we're going to jump back in and get back to Nord's Bakery. All right, Mary, go ahead or Mackenzie, go ahead and try that chocolate on chocolate. Boy, that looks rich. Let me look at the inside there. Let me get a little bite of that myself. That is rich and chocolatey for sure. Definitely need a drink of cold milk after that bite. All right, we started off, we had about 16 donuts, and this is what we have left, plus that kuka that we're going to try when we get home. So we've been able to try a nice variety here. And I'll give you some final thoughts here outside in just a second. So I was just talking to the ladies in there on the way out, and everybody in there is so nice. You know, they really took care of us. They knew, I told them it was our first time. And yeah, Mackenzie, she liked those little old-timey bottles so much she had to get one herself to go. But anyway, as I was saying, like, you know, the Jeff's Donuts was great. You know, it was really heavy, but these donuts here, it's a whole different level. Light, fluffy, and they have pedigree. You know, when I talk about the big three, the Nords, the Plains, the Heitzmanns, they have history, long-standing history, good bloodline and pedigree, okay? You know, I know that a lot of people reached out, you know, sugar and spice donuts are good, blah, 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 but none of them have the history like they have here at Nord's and the big three. So anyway, definitely need to get out, support local, and keep our last remaining neighborhood bakeries alive and thriving. And y'all don't know nothing about this Nord's Bakery. I stopped off here on the way out and get a couple shots of what's left of the old St. Joseph's Infirmary. You can see this is a nice memorial in what they call the grotto. And I don't know if I mentioned in that opener, but this was all operated by Sisters of Charity of Nazareth. They operated St. Joseph's Hospital from the 1830s, which was located downtown, until they moved it out here to Eastern Parkway and Preston Streets in 1926. Now the grounds is on the site of Louisville, University of Louisville student apartments, which was donated by Humana to the University of Louisville after they purchased it from Sisters of Charity of Nazareth. This is very cool. I didn't even know this was here. And the old auditorium, you can see, is in the background of the grotto here. So there's still a little bit of the original campus here.
Now you know the facts of why I'm on a mission. You're always welcome back to Goodall's Country Kitchen.